let's get into it. I primarily follow, when it comes to information concerning Uber and Lyft, Rideshare Guy, Uberman, and The Simple Driver. Those are the three-man channels I follow. I'll probably put their links below in the comment section or the description, their YouTube channels. But anyway, they've, especially the Uber, actually I don't think Simple Drivers mentioned this at all, but the Rideshare Guy and Uberman have both reported on actual findings that Uber has been taking more than their 25% cut. Now, I joined in August 2016. I believe it was the period in 2015 where you would be grandfathered in. Originally, they only took out 20%. And I want to say it was the same for Lyft, but don't hold me accountable for that. Regardless, Uber's only supposed to take out a maximum of 25%, at least in this market, and I'm pretty sure for the whole United States. But they've been taking more. It's just disturbing. It's not right. And we are the company. Uber and Lyft cannot do anything without drivers. You know, eventually they'll have machines operating cars by themselves, but I don't know what they're thinking. Well, I know what they're thinking. They're trying to get as much money as they can so when they launch their IPO that they can show their stockholders that they're profitable, and then they can invest into the automated driving and then forget about us. Stupid. So, first thing I want to go over, so this is an Uber pool. Now, if you don't know how to get to this right here, all you do is go in, whatever your web browser is, just type in Uber, then make sure you do your Uber login. Like, it'll have your profile right there in the corner. And then you want to go to partner earnings and pay statements. And then you can go as far as the actual ride, which is what I'm looking at. So what I first want to point out, so this is a pool, and they don't show you the breakdown like they do for an Uber X. So right off the bat, that's really sketchy. Now, it's really easy to do the math on this. I'm going to do it real quick. I don't have that much time on my phone. So all you got to do, so here's the time. Here's how much they paid you for the time. So you take the amount that they paid you for the time divided by the actual time. So let's just say 17 minutes, okay? So let's just say it's 8 cents a minute. So that right there is already 1 cent less. Not that big of a deal. All right, now let's look at distance. So that is 4.76 divided by 8.58. Okay, so that's 55 cents. So that's 5 cents less per distance. Now, that's not really that super big of a deal, but obviously you make more when you just do Uber X's. There's no doubt about that. So you should always choose Uber X over Uber Pool. Now, when do I choose Uber Pool? If I'm like in the middle of nowhere and there's no other choice, or there's a huge surge and the surge makes up for that price difference. That's about it. Other than that, I hate Uber Pool. It's you just put so many dead miles on it and it doesn't pay out obviously as well. Okay. So here's the interesting thing. So in this ride, Uber paid me more than the 75%. Now, how do you figure that out? It's pretty easy. So, sorry, I didn't mean that to sound condescending. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So you take the 657, that's what you got, and you divide it by what the rider paid, because that's the whole portion. So it's 8.65. Okay, so right there, it's 76%. Obviously, it's only 1% more, but again, a little bit more. It's not that big of a deal, but hey, I'll take it. Now, let's go to this one. This one is just so messed up. So the rider paid $53.47. Let's just say they paid that. Now, I only got $30. You can already see that that is like just a little bit over half. But I don't know why I keep closing it. So that's 30 divided by 53.47. That's 57%. That means Uber's taking out 43%. Tell me that's not messed up. Now, there was a promotion, so the rider paid less. But look, out of the 47 that the rider actually paid, Uber took out $17. So what is 17, or what did they take out of what the rider paid for? They took out 36%. That's just ridiculous. And I can guarantee that there are a lot of drivers who aren't going into their statements and they're not checking this. And sorry. And they're just gonna keep driving because, when I started out, I just had like money goals. And I was just like, I don't care how long it's it take, I'm gonna make my $150, $200 a day and just keep grinding out. This is a business, people. You can't operate like that. You need to work smart. Work smarter, not harder. Work efficiently. So, yeah, that one's terrible. All right, let's get rid of this. We already calculated Uber Pool. This one was the 76%. Let's not go to Lyft yet. Okay, so here's another Uber X. Now, the rider paid $26. Uber took out 14. 14, that's over 50% of what the rider paid. And what did we get? Less than 50%. I need to keep this thing open. I don't know why I keep killing this. Alright, so again, take how much we got, divide it by what the rider paid. Oops, let's do the 24. Because that's what Uber put in their calculator. So yeah, sorry. I don't include the tip when you're doing the calculations, because the tips, they do go straight to you, at least in this market here in Atlanta. I've heard one rumor where Uber's been taking tips from people, but I don't think that's true. At least they're staying true to that. Anyway, make sure you're calculating it like that. So 17 or 1179 out of 24. So that's 49%, not even half. But how much did Uber take? It's just ridiculous. And they're, is this morally and ethically right? No, because you said you would only take out 25%. But can they do this? I mean, they are doing it. They just don't care. Uber is just like such a sketchy company. And, I'm sure someone's going to watch this and be like, well, if they're so sketchy, why don't you quit, or why don't you work for somebody else? Well, I'm doing this. This is a means to an end. This isn't a career thing for me. Okay, so they took out 60%. Like, I use this to support my online business. I sell on Shopify, Amazon, eBay, things like that. As well as, I don't think I've really talked about on this channel, but my music business. That's my passion, is making music. So all of this is going to support that. And to be honest, I'm almost done driving, but this is just like solidifying the fact that so I was going to go over solutions, but one of the obvious solutions is to just stop driving for Uber. Drive for Lyft. So let's see if Lyft is doing the same thing. So I'm going to get rid of that. Here's another one. You don't even have to math it. So the rider paid $12.79. Uber took almost $6. Like, that's like a 45-55 right there. Stupid. Alright. So let's look at Lyft. See if they're being bad as well. Now, this is like textbook right here. Excuse me. So it's, the typical, pretty much all the rides that are under 2 miles, the driver's going to pay, or the rider's going to pay $5. Okay, so Lyft took out their 25%, which is $1.25, and 75% of $5 is $3.75. That's like how it's always been. Like the $5 is paid by the rider when we get $3.75. Everybody's seen that number, $3.75, because that's like the minimum you get per ride, no matter what. So Lyft checks out with that one. Here's a longer one. Okay, so let's see what we got. So we got 4.91 out of 6.55. So boom, right at 75%. I'm not even gonna calculate Lyft because obviously they got the 25. All right, so here's another one. This one's a longer one. This was an airport ride. Same thing. Let's see how much we got. 15.96 divided by 21.28. Right at 75%. So Lyft is cool. Lyft is doing well. So with that being said, I think I might just. So here's the thing. Uber makes me more money. Uber is more popular in the city. Almost all my rides, like I've said, 6, 7 out of 10, even sometimes 8 out of 10 rides are Uber. Like this morning, it was almost all Uber. And I hate waiting. But in the long term, obviously, Lyft is the better choice because you are getting paid more. And they're not being sneaky, at least on these. And they're paying you the right amount. If you're just starting out and you're driving for Uber, I would switch to Lyft. Figure out how Lyft works because Lyft is still a different beast in this market. There's a channel, Terry Tips. He doesn't really go into detail. I wish he would. I think I'm just going to go ahead and interview him and get those details. But he's figured out how to do like 1,000, 1,100, those big numbers a week with Lyft. Probably getting that bonus. I think you get like 200 and something dollars if you do like 110 rides a week, all that stuff. But yeah, one of the solutions is just stop driving for Uber, start driving for Lyft. I'm going to contact the hub, the Uber hub, or the office here in Atlanta and be like, what's going on? See if I can get a straight answer from them. That'll probably be like the follow-up to this. I don't want to talk down on my fellow drivers, but I highly doubt we're going to form, some kind of protest. Because honestly, we could all just start driving for Lyft. But that's another solution is to just, not necessarily go outside. And honestly, I think the best way to protest is to stop driving for Uber. But call your hub. Go into your breakdowns. Go into your payments summaries. And double check. Make sure if you're not getting your, 75%, you need to call the hub. I'm going to call the hub and be like, what the heck is going on? So, yeah, it's just... I don't want to say this is the name of the game, and I don't want to say this is business, but like this is capitalism, unmoral and unethical version. But the last thing I'm gonna add to this video, because I'm pretty much done. I just wanted to show you guys this is terrible and it's happening here in Atlanta. But this is not being a driver is not a career move. Now the simple driver. He's built a career on this because he's been able to brand himself by providing valuable videos. He offers I think phone call and courses to help people, make more money in their cities driving. But just being a driver is not the career move. You need to either use this as a means to an end like I am to, if you're in between jobs, if you're, starting your own business and you need something to make yourself some money. If you want to brand yourself like Simple Driver has, or if you have another business and you want to use it to network, it should be used like that. Don't just think, okay, I'm going to start making $1,000 a week, week after week after week, and this is it. This is all I'm going to do. No, don't be like that. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, but facts are there. Numbers don't lie. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comment section below. If this video helped you guys, like, subscribe, let me know what else you'd like to hear, and I'm not going to say when the follow-up video is. I've been more consistent lately, But I got a lot of things going on. But I will definitely come out with a follow up when I've talked to the hub and gotten some hopefully straight answers from them. But until then, everybody be safe. Peace out.